It's important for women to join in manufacturing. Of the people employed in manufacturing, only 30% are women, and leaders, there are only 1 out of every 4 leaders is a woman. So we need to see more women enter this workforce and develop in leadership roles. Also, there is a labor shortage in manufacturing, and women are an intelligent, resourceful, and untapped cohort that we should be looking at to help build our labor pool. On top of that, manufacturing does need a diverse workforce. That is something that would be provide a great culture to the environment.
It's really important for women to join the manufacturing workforce because they bring different ideas, different from men, but how we get there and how we see things. I believe women have different views on things, and I think it's important to hear what they have to say. And plus, you know, when there is a shortage of people out there for these jobs, having women available to work in these positions gives us a more variety of opinions out there of how to do things. That's just how I see it.
Women bring a different perspective to the table. Women think differently. Manufacturing offers lots of opportunities to challenge the norm. Women are natural multitaskers. And women today set the example for women tomorrow. What better role model than a woman who breaks down barriers?
I think there's a tiered approach that needs to take place, and it's not just one company that drives that strategy. This is something that needs to happen in school, starting at a younger age, through school and education, even including things like school field trips to see factory environments, manufacturing environments. Once women are out of the school environment, recruiting them at that point. And in the workplace, I think there's an opportunity as well to help women transition from traditional roles in finance or in human resources to a role within supply chain or on the manufacturing plant floor. So I do think that there's opportunities at different milestones throughout a person's career. As well, we need to do a better job of addressing the manufacturing, the preconceptions about manufacturing. Typically, it's viewed as manufacturing is a dirty environment. Well, within the scope of manufacturing, there are so many industries that are what you would call clean manufacturing. And I don't know if everyone's aware of that. So addressing those preconceived notions of what manufacturing really is, to attract women and in some cases men, offering a flexible workplace. That is key. Women have a lot to balance, and flexibility is a desirable attribute within the workplace environment.
It really needs to start in schools. Girls are not generally encouraged to consider manufacturing as a career option. We're pushed into social working, hospitality industry, and finance. We must change the perceptions of manufacturing as a male-dominated, unprogressive, to a high-tech and high-paying, where both men and women can thrive. Women need to see other women succeed in manufacturing. Young women need more exposure to modern manufacturing facilities to get a more accurate perspective. We need to form a collaborative culture, and we need to point out female roles and mentors to the girls and to new women coming into the industry.
I think I would say to them, start at a low level, learn as much as you can on how the operations work. You will find that you might have an interest in a certain department, a certain area of work that you didn't even know was out there. I found myself, I started 37 years ago in inventory control, didn't even know that job existed. And from there went into scheduling, went into purchasing, and there was all these exciting different opportunities available just from learning from each other and said, you know, I really like that. I'm going to pursue that. And a lot of times students say, oh, I want the top job. You're not going to get the top job. But come in at a low entry, really see what's going on in the manufacturing business, and then start really attacking the areas that you really want to grow in. And I think you're going to find you're really happy and satisfied with that. And you're going to give it your all.
The best advice I would give it's key to build a support network, not just within the organization, but outside of the organization, in the field that you're specializing in. And to make sure that it is diverse, include male, female, and secondary roles to what you are doing. Also, and that allows you to have honest conversations, things that you might be afraid of, things that you're not sure of, and guidance to develop strength in your career. Also, key is find your voice. It is really important at a young age or a young tenure within your career in manufacturing to find your voice. It is important to know that you have value, that you're contributing. It is an intimidating environment, and so having that confidence in your voice is really critical.
I'm a people-centric leader. I never jump to conclusions. I always do my investigations. Every person's different. Some, and they require different types of leadership. Some people may just need a pat on the back. Some people may need like a stern talking to or discipline. Some people are motivated by money. The key is to know your team and know how to get them motivated. I also empower them. I give them the tools. I give them the information so they can problem solve on their own, which inevitably empowers them.
I lead in a way that I want to see them be successful. It's not about me, it's about them. I get excited when I know somebody really gets it or is able to execute the job that I've trained them on. Very satisfied for myself. And I really worry about people if they're not doing well, and I feel if I can help them and guide them, your day is more successful. You feel good, and feeling good is really important to me. Maybe there's that motherly instinct in me that I want to make sure everybody's okay. So I think that is where I'm a little different, maybe to what a man might handle the situation. And I'm willing to listen to anybody's issues, stories, challenges, and I want to help. I really, really want to help. And at the end of the day, I feel good that I was able to make somebody's day easier.
Who says I have confidence? I've accepted that the only constant in life is change. I realize failures lead to opportunities, and we can make mistakes and we're not going to die over it. I found meaning in my work. And one of the biggest things I realized, and I really struggled with this at the beginning of my leadership role, was not everybody thinks the way I do. And you really need to understand that, you look at an individual and you say, how can they not see that? And then somebody pointed out to me, you have to keep in mind that not everybody thinks the way you do. So I would always take that as a failure, but as soon as I accepted that, understood it, I worked with it, and and just went from there.
I can break it down into three key areas of focus. One is I had to learn to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. If you're uncomfortable, you're growing. It's an icky place to be, but it is a good thing. And so when you, for example, if you're speaking up in a meeting, it's going to be uncomfortable. That's a good thing. So get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Number two, it's important to build a support network. Having allies within your workplace is key, especially when you have problems to solve. Number three is I needed to learn to restructure my attitude early on. That was really important for success. So everyone's going to have setbacks, you're going to have tough days, but it's how you bounce back from that. That's having that winning attitude and seeing the positive in it really helps. But overall, I would say it's important to self-reflect and taking the time out to really think about what happened, reflect, and maybe you want to change direction next time. Those are pretty kind of the critical components.
You really feel confident when you know somebody is learning and able to do the job, and you know that you were able to get them to that point. And also, I think people listening to me and giving me the opportunity to speak, and that gives you that feeling that you're doing a good job, and you build your confidence from that too.
It's important to have women in all levels of organization because it will break down barriers. It will challenge the preconceived notion about who can lead, who can do that job, and the qualities that are needed to succeed in that role. Other aspect is having women within the various levels helps set up the next generation of women coming into that workplace or into that industry.